evening, and welcome to the Sheila New Comedy Show. And happy Friday! We are 2 years and some change into the podcast, and I am absolutely still happy and elated to be going strong with Wanda Rose and Candace Murphy Sizak, and even our associate producer, Ronald Diller Jr. And we definitely have big love for our sponsors, which one of which is on stage with us today, which is Fave Unite TV, Wassy Dassy Bags and Accessories, Laurel Hill Productions, Candace Murphy Sizak of the Sizak Law Group or Legal Group, Energy Yoga and Meditation, and Brian Dillard Jr.'s Productions. I don't have any of this, so this is definitely going up the dome. And because our regular announcer, she is getting ready to hit the stage actually next weekend. And I will be there too to see her perform. It's a whole lot to talk about. Hey, Wanda. Hey, Bukeka.
Hey, Sheila, how are you today?
It's Friday. Go ahead, Bukeka.
No, just want to say hello, my sisters. Thank you for having me on stage with you. I'm honored.
Yes, girl. Look, sometimes things happen this way, and it's a beautiful thing. But I think we just slanging this podcast like we would slang anything else. Okay, so we just out here doing what we know how to do, and I'm wonderful and happy to be here on this Friday.
Ready to do a great show? Can't wait to talk about the show. The topic of this show tonight is I hope you're laughing. And there's definitely a lot to laugh about in the month of June. And I can't believe it's already June. So I can't wait to hear what we're going to talk about today because there's a whole lot going on. It's hot outside, it's summertime, but we're just getting started. And we're glad to have you back listening to the Sheila New Comedy Show. And again, we hope wherever you are that you're laughing out loud. And sometimes you have to find the humor when things are all crazy around you.
It has been crazy. May has been a whirlwind. It was not only our birthday month, Wanda and myself, we celebrated, but it was also Mental Health Awareness Month. And now that it's June, and that's something that is near and dear to us as well, that is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And with everything that goes on, I think a lot of guys shoulder so much responsibility that they too forget to take time out for themselves. It is important. So if you're listening, just let me first say this. Anything we are saying and doing is for entertainment purposes only. We hope that you find the joy and the laughter in everything and every scenario to lighten your load. But definitely, this is not a remedy for what ails you. If you need help, please get help. There's no shame in it, and it's okay not to be okay. So I just definitely want to say that because I know with all of us that are here, even our partners that sponsor with us too, we all hold mental health near and dear to our hearts because whether we're impacted directly or indirectly, we want to make sure that we all seek and get the help that's needed.
She's texting, so she hates that she's missing the show tonight. But Candace made me laugh. We were talking about somebody she saw driving crazy, and that Candace can be quite the comedian herself, and she made me laugh out loud when I needed it.
That's always a good thing, and I'm glad that she is texting and her presence is definitely missed, but she knows that we know that she's here definitely in spirit. So I love that too. You got to be careful out here driving because you got to drive for you, them, and everybody. Bukeka, what say you? What made you laugh this week?
Eugene, he's
Yes,
always saying
indeed.
something. He's always saying something that will make me laugh really hard. He does a great job at that. Usually it's something that he's found on Facebook when he's just trying to decompress from the day and he finds something silly and he shares it with me and I'm in the other room and next thing he hears me going, ha! That happened this week for real. So it was something Eugene did, sharing something from Facebook that he found. That's what made me laugh.
I think a couple who can laugh together, just like praying together and communing together, I think that makes the relationship as strong as it can be. And it also helps release all those good endorphins, and we need that too. I think of several different things make me laugh. My children are definitely a big part of that, from what they say, what they do, how they handle different situations. I always look to find the humor in everything because, as we stated, life is too short not to laugh. My youngest, especially, she's it's just her sense of humor is so different than mine, but it's just her timing is beautiful, and she comes right in and she could just say the craziest thing and I'll just bust out laughing. And then her response to that is, "So you thought that was funny?" And I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, "Why don't you see what I see when it comes down to that?" But I love it. And even being around little children, the laughter, because it's so pure and it's so genuine. And to hear small people have an opinion or have a sense of humor is always a good thing too. And then everything that's in the news, politicians doing stupid stuff. What say you about it, Wanda? Because I know this is your zhuzh when it comes down to politics.
Politics is there's always something new in politics every day this year. This is the year of the politics. This is year of politics, I think, and it's every day there's something new. But I don't know if you've been watching. I know you. I'm a TikTok fan, and I sometimes think TikTok is the new TV.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. I'm just really starting to get into it a little more. I seen Bukeka been on there, honey. She been lending her voice to TikTok, and I absolutely love it. So shout out to that, baby. Show them people your talents and get that neo soul going, because music is very soothing. But yeah, I think too, you got to be careful because sometimes people just put stuff on TikTok because they want the views, they want the clicks and all of those things. So I think we got to be careful with what, and you still got to fact check, right? Even with social media, people do things or say things, and we got to be mindful too, because fear is definitely a factor for a lot of things that people are putting out and pushing out. So I take still what I hear and see on any form of social media with a grain of salt. I think it's important for all to do that. But I did see the trend with the men calling their friends and saying goodnight, and don't expect it. And they think that it's weird, especially if it's not something that you've been doing. Now, all of a sudden, that you're doing it. But I like how the positivity of it and that it's caught on so fast. But what y'all have y'all seen that trend? I know you have, Wanda Bukeke. Have you seen?
I haven't seen that trend.
Go ahead, Wanda.
It's quite the thing to see. The first time I saw it, I think I laughed, I cried. Because I think I sent it to a couple people when I first saw it, but it was really funny just to see the men's reaction to their friends calling them, and some thought it was they were being funny, some thought they were serious, but it was really hilarious to see their reaction to men calling their friends saying good night because it's something that men don't traditionally do.
Yeah,
You
it
know
was
what?
funny because
I
they was
have
like, "Are
seen
you
that.
okay?
I
Oh,
have seen that.
yeah, yeah." Because they was like, "Are you okay, bro?" And they be like, "Yeah, I'm just saying good night." And they was like, "Wait a minute." That was like, it's like you got a fever, something wrong. It's always alluded that something got to be wrong when you just trying to be nice.
I guess it's something not typical that men do. Women may do it, but not typical of men doing it. So I thought it was funny when some people would say, blink if you need, call me if you need help, send me a message if you really need help if something's really wrong. People thought that their friends were playing with them, but then some people took it really serious and said, I really appreciate you telling me good night. So that was really cool to see as well. So it was really funny.
Yeah, it was a good positive imagery, especially to our brothers out there doing it. So, Wanda, you posed this question. And so, since you posed it, this must have happened, or maybe even of recent. So, what did you do when your ex called
You out of the blue. I mean, I wish Candace was. Candace used to always say, it may take a minute, it may take a day, it may take a year, but they always call back. She used to always say that, and it's turned out to be so true over the years.
you? Yeah,
It's so true. It depends on how it depends on how you end the relationship.
yeah,
It depends. Some people are like, "Hey, how you doing?" And it's a great conversation. See you later. So I think it just depends on how you ended the relationship. Some people you may never call back. So I think
yeah.
it just depends on how the relationship ended. And most of my relationships have not ended badly. It's not a bad conversation. But it's
Well,
just
hell,
always
if you on the
interesting.
block list, I might not know that you called anyway, because 9 times out of 10, if you an ex for a reason, that's what I was always taught. So normally, if you an ex, I'm blocking. So I don't know if you called or if you text, and if you went to an extreme to call the text from a different number that I don't have on my phone, that's weird, number one. And obviously, if we decided that this wasn't a thing, unless we figured out that we would be better as friends versus being in a relationship, that would be something totally different. But normally choose the latter and not to respond because I don't think no good comes from an ex calling, even if they call in to say, you know what, I realize now, and it could be eons, right? I missed you. I didn't realize what I had, and I'd be like, oh, do you hear that? And they be like, hear what? That little violin that's in the corner just playing. Need some cheese to go with that wine because ain't nobody about to play with it. What you say, Bouquet? Has that ever happened in your regards? Has an ex actually circled the block?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the funny thing about it is it was one of those long-term relationships, and I took the call because I thought maybe something's happened. It was that long-term relationship that you form with other people, and you think this person's only calling because there might be an emergency or whatever. What happened is the person actually called to apologize for the misbehavior, which I appreciated, but that did not give you license to call me again. So,
I know that's right. Say what you said
so
the first time, then it's
right.
over. Yes.
So I had to be like, no, dude, just that doesn't mean that we're friends, like by any means. Yeah.
Yep, own your stuff. Say what you say. Get off my line. Because I feel like when people call to apologize, especially if they were the person that did wrong, that means their life is in the toilet and they having a hard time and karma is riding that like a rant mule, honey. And they trying to make it right. So they probably going back collectively talking to all the people they need to talk to so they can do what they need to do and make amends. But like you said, I agree. Apologize, keep it moving. That's not an open invitation to keep calling, talking about what you eat today, what you got on, what's up on, what you got up for. None of that. We not doing none of that. Cause like you said, we ain't friends. It ain't that. Again, if you were ex, your ass an ex for a reason. And that's
No,
it. That's
see,
all. I'm just saying, that's me.
sometimes relationship end just because somebody moved away. It was nothing bad. It moved away and said, "Hey, no, we're not gonna do long distance." Both people decide that, and just call and say, "Hey," just call and say, "Hey," and that's it. You call it periodically just to say,
Yeah,
"Hey."
that's fine.
So that's it. Yeah.
In some instances, absolutely. But I think so we'll say this. So on the case by case basis, the
Definitely.
9 times out of 10, if it's been a long ass time and you ain't called, you ain't just called to say hey. The
No,
block is
this
not
person in particular
toxic.
calls every so often. They call.
Okay.
It's not surprising.
Th-
So yeah,
like birthdays and
yeah.
holidays and stuff like that is what you're saying.
And in
Okay.
between, sometimes to say hey, but not spinning the block because neither one of us, I think, want to do that.
Yeah, ain't nobody
But I
spending
think people do
nothing.
spin the block sometimes, and sometimes it works out. I think it just depends. Just never say never. And if I
Yeah,
really don't want to talk to somebody, I don't answer the phone. If I really don't want
exactly.
to talk to you, I just don't answer the phone.
I think you just got to tread light. You just got to figure out what it is that you want to do about that. But relationships, they tricky. But to answer the next question, I have saw Straw. Did you watch it? Either one of you?
I watched it. I think I watched it twice now because I missed some stuff the first time, so I went back to watch it again.
Oh, it can be one of those things if you're not really paying attention. And I don't want to give too much away for those of you who are listening later or down the line if you haven't seen it, but definitely shout out to Tyler Perry, Taraji P. Henson, Tiana Taylor, Sherry Shepard, and big shout out to Tyler Perry for bringing Sinbad, who is experiencing his own health challenges, but to put him in a movie and that still allows him to be 100% himself is a beautiful thing. So I'm definitely happy to have seen him play his part in the role in which he did, the way he did. So that was a blessing to see that. But it was a deep movie. I think for some people that I've talked to that have seen it, it could be triggering for some, depending on where you are in your journey. But I think if anything, you just keep an open mind with anything that you watch, and it's always a lot to learn. But I just definitely appreciate him giving opportunities to those who want to be in the film industry. Tyler Perry, if you listening, yep, I'm ready. I got next. Hey Jay, I see you, baby. Other than that, so Bukeka, if you haven't, check it out on your downtime and see how it makes you feel, and then circle back to me and let me know. But now we in June, and it's a lot of man. Listen, I thought last year was something when Cat Williams spun the block on the Shannon Sharp show, and it rained all of 2024. And now here we are in the middle of 2025, and it ain't stop, don't stop, okay? Pun intended. But yeah, with Tyler Perry, we just got finished. Straw just came out, but now they're trying to. It's a suit against him. I guess it's regarding the Oval.
There's a one of the characters in the Oval. One of the characters is suing him because I think he played on the Oval. I can't remember his name right now, but he's suing him for $250 million, alleging sexual harassment. And I don't know if you're familiar with the case, but I've gone through some of the text messages and listened to some commentary around it. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. But it's for $250 million that he's being sued.
I think a lot of people in entertainment, shout out to anybody that's a creative, right? But you got to be careful. Don't get so high on your block where you think that you can just do anything, say anything, treat people any kind of way, and they're supposed to fall for it. Like a lot of people not going for that nowadays. If people have truly have talent, let their talent speak for themselves. Let's not exploit people, right? Either way. Or if you try something it ain't work how you thought it would work. Let's not spin the story and say something happened when it did. Everything's alleged. You innocent until proven. Unfortunately, a lot of stuff get tried in the court of public opinion on social media, be it podcast, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever form of social media you use. It's off the chain. But again, fact check, do your homework, don't be a bandwagon person. Just try to figure out and let's sit back and see how it unfolds. Shout out Happy Juneteenth. I know it was yesterday, but we here today and we still celebrating because freedom is freedom. And we want to relish in it. And it's not just a one and done.
Did
Look,
you
the
ha-
look,
did,
go ahead, talk about the little orange man.
were you off for Juneteenth?
No,
Oh, you had to work?
of course.
Oh wow. Fortunately, I was off, but I know yesterday he met the Orange Man, made a comment saying that there are too many federal holidays, and he just happened to make it on Juneteenth.
Of course he did, because it's another thing that he doesn't really understand what it is. But don't surprise me because if it don't suit him, if that ain't about him, it's a misogynist, narcissistic type of way, then yeah, he's definitely gonna have something to say about it. I just turn, as Kendrick would say, turn the TV off. So some stuff is, especially when they deal with politics and all the rhetoric, I have to, for my own mental sanity and sanctity, have to be able to tune it off and turn it down. I pay attention to the things that I think, but I can't give him, I'm not going to feed that part of the animal that likes to be fed. I can't do it. I think that I think it's other stuff that he need to be worried about rolling into Iran. So you wrote a letter?
Did I write a letter?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the trend on TikTok around this as well, when people are writing letters. And so and I think it's quite humorous. My letter went something like, "Dear Iran, the other people in the country, we have nothing to do with this. Now,
Okay.
if you want to know where he live at, we can tell you, but we don't have anything to do with this. So leave
Right,
us
right on
alone."
through. I know
Yes,
that's
yes.
right. But see, that's the thing, right? When this America is free to vote for whoever you want to vote for, But I think when you don't do your due diligence and you just going along to get along, you figure out that damn, this is not what we want, but there's no takebacks now, right? People were telling you all the bells and whistles, all the sirens was going off, everything was happening, but people chose because they was thinking that, oh yeah, but when he was the first time, we had money and we had this, but we also was in the throes of a pandemic. Nobody really planned for that to happen either. And I've said this once and I'll say it again. He didn't have the opportunity to spin the block like he wanted to the first time. So he had to come back again because he wanted y'all to feel it. So now y'all feeling it. And now just not us, it's other countries too. Canada had to put him in this place saying, yeah, nah, we ain't gonna be the 51st state. This ain't how we get down. You keep saying it, we're gonna show you better than we can tell you. Of course, I'm paraphrasing. For all y'all understand this, the hood philosopher talking to y'all from this perspective. If you look on the map right now, if you Google it, you see it, it says the Gulf of the United States instead of the Gulf of Mexico. Who the hell? What are we doing? Like the trivial stuff has to stop. You got people that's still dying, there's healthcare issues that's still going on, there's people not getting benefits that should. You got bigger things that are going on. You got people, ICE agents coming in to people who have legally have papers to be here. When y'all gonna wake up and start thinking for yourselves? When we stop reading, when we start just taking people's word for things and going along to get along, stop that. Get them with a group of people. Y'all have real discussions. Make sure that people are fact finding. Get the right information. Quit just going. Quit. Stop doing that. That's worrisome more than anything. It's. I know as Americans we cannot be that gullible. Y'all minds cannot have turned to mush just to be like, oh yeah, he's right. I'm sorry, he is not. He is a human, just like anybody else. He errs, he makes false statements, all of these things. And now people are even afraid that's been in politics a lot longer to say something. Like, what the hell is y'all running for office for if you ain't gonna stick up to the tyrants and the bullies? Why should people vote for you and if you ain't gonna be the voice for them? What is we talking about? I'm gonna need y'all to. I need everybody that's in Congress, in the Senate, in the House. I need y'all to grab y'all shit and start making some great decisions and get and gather number 47 and get him all the way together. But don't be looking and pounding the pavement when it's your time to be reelected. What you got to say about immigration going wrong, Wanda?
It's gone wrong all over the place. And I think we're just gonna have to wait and see how it plays out. But I think it's definitely gone wrong, and I think most people are seeing that it's not going. When you see you don't have people to pick our vegetables, and you don't have people to do construction jobs because they're scared to go to work, I think we're all gonna feel it in the long run. So we're gonna all know that it went wrong. And I think in the end, it's gonna turn around. This is just a period of time, and it's gonna get better. That's my
Yeah.
opinion.
No, I think sometimes you got to go through some hell before the rain clears and the rainbow reemerges. I think that's got to happen. We just got to stay tuned, stay tapped in, but more than anything, stay prayed up. Don't keep your eyes off the prize. And yep, I agree. The Diddy trial is the TV show that no one wanted to watch, but yet here we are in the throes. Now you got even jurors calling off sick, honey, because they just, I don't know if he mean mugging people as the trial is going on. I don't think that he expected to be incarcerated this long until all of this stuff plays out. I think the bigger picture is I don't think he thought that his actions would lead him here. And more importantly, I don't think that he thought his actions would impact his children the way that is. I think that's one thing that we all have to be mindful. These are lessons that we're learning by watching other people's stuff unfold and blow up right before our faces. So it don't matter what you look like. It don't matter how much money you have. It don't matter what kind of car you drive. It don't matter what kind of house you live in. It don't matter how many bank accounts you have and how many commas are behind the zeros after the first two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 numbers. Okay, it don't matter none of that because if you do wrong shit, You see what happens. And it's been a whole bunch of domino effect, especially people in entertainment. I'm like, I don't know who told y'all was untouchable, but I'm gonna need y'all to wake up because obviously you can be touched. Hence, even thing with the little swirls that went around about Smokey Robinson, about Shannon Sharp. It's like all these people getting caught up into this whirlwind and all this other crazy stuff. I just want things to be simple. Good music, good food, good drink. If you blow a little trees, that too, whatever. But let things be a little simple and we'll be all right. Just take a step back, calm down, move on.
I think definitely the Diddy trial has been like a TV show. I don't know if you all been watching it, watching the recap.
Mm-mm.
But there's a recap. Some people do recaps daily. I don't catch it every day, but I know some people who watch the recap every day. But it's definitely very detailed, and it's definitely a lot of evidence in the case. And there was a lot going on in his life. I don't know how he had time to do all the things that he was participating in, but it was a
Mm.
lot. It's going to be a movie one day, I'm sure. So it's definitely
Oh,
going to be
I'm
a movie.
sure. I know 50 Cent been lobbying because that man, listen,
Now
even
we know
said
why
he
50
would
Cent.
definitely tell the
Now we know why
story.
50 Cent didn't like him, though. We know.
Hey, yeah, it's a lot. But see, that's the whole thing. You can not like a person and you can just sit back and wait because, like I said, karma, she don't have no cut cards and everybody can get it. So I'm just saying, just dot your I's and cross your T's and mind your P's and Q's, as my granny would say, and make sure that y'all be all right. Now we're going to pause for the cause because it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, but you ain't got to be no man to check in to your mental health. So we gonna pause and I'm gonna ask the beautiful people on the stage and y'all in the audience, if you're listening, you can hit the chat and leave your response there if you like. But the question is, how are you? Really? Think about that. How are you? Because I think it's important to check in and tap in. So, guess first, Bukeka, how are you? Really beautiful.
I am really good. I feel extremely grateful. I had a change happen in my life back in March that was somewhat unexpected in terms of career or work, I should say. And it was the absolute best thing that could have happened. And now I'm in a place where I feel like I'm doing what I'm absolutely here to do, and I'm able to dedicate the time to do it. And I'm not doing something else to get something else to happen. I'm very grateful that Eugene and I are doing well and the kids are doing well. And there's some things with family, there's just obviously going to be things that happen. Kids, some of the grandkids, they've got a couple of challenges, but they're doing okay. My dad turns 90 in next week. And the place where I am right now is just truly grateful. I'm not in a place of fear, and I've been in a place of fear before, and I'm not there right now, and I'm really happy about that.
Amen. I'm happy for you too. And happy early birthday, Dad. 90. Get out of here. I love it. And we are definitely celebrating. That is a milestone, baby. Grateful and thankful for all that you have shared. Wanda, how are you? Really?
I'm good. It's been a long day. I had a couple laughs today. I think I laughed early this morning talking to you. That's always a good thing. You can always bring the humor when it's needed. So that was a good laugh. And I think it's good to laugh. We have to remember to laugh, whether it's by ourselves or with other people. Like, I think I'm happy to hear Cake is doing really well and in a good place. And I think even when we're not in a good place, we have to find our good place, even when it's not the best of times. And remember that tomorrow is always could be better.
That's true. 100%. And that is always a good thing.
Have you laughed today?
Absolutely. And it was with you this morning. But I laugh. I find myself laughing every day. for a lot of different reasons. I try to check in. I'm still big on meditation, so I do sit in silence, especially in the morning, sometimes in the wee hours before I want to get out of the bed. But it's absolutely the best time to do that, to sit and just tune in to my breath and into my own pace of my heartbeat. Some days I'm not okay, and I'm okay with not being there, but I acknowledge when I'm not. I lean into it when I need to, and then I change the narrative or the direction so I can be okay later. And what I've done for myself is that I don't sit in the not being okay too long. I just try to make sure that I acknowledge it. I don't give it a lot of life, and depends on what it is will determine how I handle it. But it's been some things that have drastically changed on so many different levels that I wasn't anticipating and I wasn't expecting, but I'm here now. So, I have to meet those challenges head on, but I'm doing the best that I can to navigate through it. And shout out to my older two children who make sure that I stay grounded. Sometimes if it weren't for them, baby, I don't know, I would be all over the place. And even the young one, she helps make sure that I'm taking time out for myself. And that's one thing that I had to start doing more of, just making sure that I do take those respites when I need to and be okay in doing so and not feeling guilty because I am. So definitely yes to those things. And hell yeah, I have not watched the news for at least 4 hours, probably longer because I choose not to. What about you two? Have you not watched the news? Have you turned the TV out?
I turn the TV off because I'm a news buff, so that's my respite sometimes, listening to the news. I like to know. I like to know what's going on. I'm just always been a big fan of the news, and it helps me write better, helps me talk about politics. So I like the news, but I do take a break sometimes. And when you're talking about laughter, I was thinking about the fact that I have people in my life who I think it's funny when people put their phone on silent and you have to call them back, especially at 10 o'clock at night. That's the best time to call.
Oh,
And they don't
wow.
answer their phone. Stay on silent, so you just call back
I know
again.
the rest.
I find that funny when I do that to people. And I know somebody who I do that to all the time. You know them?
Hell yeah, because it's me. Because you said you were specific with the time and everything. So, yes, ma'am. Look, I'll be ready. It's an hour time difference between me.
And that's my
I,
favorite time to
I
call you.
know, I know. And I laughed the whole time. But yes, I love it. If I'm dead ass tired though, I get with your ass in the morning. And that's just how it goes. But if you're not doing any of the things that we said, it is your sign to laugh, rest, and most importantly, hydrate. Make sure you drink your water. Ladies, I'm gonna need y'all to drink your water. It's hot outside, it's sundress weather. I know all the things, happy first day of summer, all of that. But if you don't stay hydrated and you got a whole bunch of kitty cats following behind you, don't ask no questions. Just know it's you, and I'm gonna need you to get that together. So get your hygiene, balance that pH, all of that is 100% important. So make sure that you do all of those things, honey, because baby, nobody got time for all of that craziness that's
So
going on.
be careful watching a lot of news in Kansas.
Are you Bukeka?
Oh man, so I took a break,
I
but
know
you know
that's
what I
right.
do? I combine the news with the laughter. So I catch, when I feel like it, I catch the first 10 minutes of Stephen Colbert, who goes off the rails on 47, which I totally enjoy. And
I know that's real.
and then unless the other guest or somebody that I'm really interested in, that's how I get a lot of my information. I'm done.
I know that's right. Hey, that's important. Because look, I love this quote, Wanda. It says, because in this country, rest is radical, joy is power, and laughter, baby, laughter is protest. Silence is protest too, just in case you didn't know. So you ain't always gotta holler. You ain't always gotta be the loudest one in the room to make your voice heard. Sometimes sitting in silence is a way to get people's attention and really sitting back and paying attention and learning how to be neutral. In a lot of different instances, you can garner so much more when you just stop for a moment and just learn how to really read the room. And I love doing that, especially in the workplace. I've learned so much by just sitting in silence because people gonna eventually tell on themselves anyway. So all you
I
got to
definitely,
do is
I
to,
in the workplace, you
yeah,
just sit back and watch sometimes.
yep,
If you're trying
pull
to
the
figure something out, okay, I'll know the answer by a couple weeks. It'll come out.
yeah.
It
Oh, it
always
got
comes out.
to. Yeah, it got
Always.
to. It cannot stay inside too long because, baby, the work people can't hold water. They be ready to tell
And
it.
when you start a new job, don't come in with all your ideas. I think you should
Yeah,
sit back and just watch, and then come
yep,
with your ideas. Not the first day talking about y'all need to change this, y'all need to change that, because people
right.
gonna be looking at you like you're crazy. Just a word to the
Guard your
wise.
guard your intellectual property at work, please and thank you. Don't give it all to them. They hired you in the door. Do your 90 days. Make sure it's a good fit for you, it's a good fit for them. And even after that, you don't have to give it up right then and there. Just keep watching because just like your representative is on display, so is theirs. So sometimes it take a little longer. So make sure you're paying attention. Watch everybody. And the one that's always carrying the water for everybody, you got to watch that person.
But I think when you come in your first day and you're trying to change the whole culture of a place, I think that can be a little off-putting to a lot of people.
Yeah, of course.
So, I just tell
If you
people to
think the
lightly,
same.
yeah, tread
Mm-hmm.
lightly when you come into a new position.
Tread light. Yes, indeed. So I see that you done came and circled the block again. We talked about it the last show, and it was many things going on. And we just can't call it 2025 because it's not like any year that we've ever experienced previously. So some of our listeners have stated that this should be called the year of the protected peace, the year of nah, I'm good. I like that. The year of 92% because we're still reclaiming our time. Let us know and drop us a line. Let us know what are you naming your year. And then too, just in case, so y'all see the link at the top, that's the website. If you go in the chat, I definitely dropped the link for the app. So there is now an app for the Sheila New Comedy Show. Make sure y'all download that on your Apple store and then leave the answer to the question. I'm gonna look at it. I see it and then I'll bring the information back. So make sure y'all go and cop that app, honey. Yeah. So Bukeka, what y'all naming? What is Fave Unite naming 2025? Bukeka.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking. That's a good
oh,
question.
go.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
I know. Go ahead, girl. Go on, get your thought on, and you
Uh-huh.
come circle
Uh,
back around if
so
you want.
I would think, here's what I say. 2025 is the year of global.
Okay.
That's it's the year of global. And I say that because even though there's a lot of global stuff that's going on that is going in a direction that we don't want it to, there's still a lot of stuff that's happening globally that we do want to. And so for us, we want to be on the right side of global.
I know that's real. You better come on. I love that. Wanda, what you say?
I don't have a name yet. Another name I think that might be cool is the year of the boots on the ground.
You know what? There you go. Where them fans at? Go ahead,
Hey,
gang.
where the fans at? I like the year of the 92%. So I think the names are gonna keep changing. I think by the end of the year we may start one way today. In 6 months we totally something different. So I think we just need to keep collecting the names for the whole year.
I think it's a snowball effect, but definitely we'd love to hear it and see what everybody else has to say. But I'm with that. I like the year of nah, I'm good. That tickles me to my core. And definitely the year of 92% because I'm definitely in that. number because yeah, we still reclaiming our time. Ain't nobody about to play with y'all. And we ain't got time for that, but we can show you better than we can tell you. But other than that, I don't have anything else regarding the topics other than y'all keep making sure that y'all tap in, tune in, and all the beautiful things. Wanda, you got anything else or Bukeka?
Just glad to be here with you, beautiful ladies. It's always a pleasure. You make my heart sing and you certainly make me laugh. So thank you for being a ray of sunshine.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate that. It's great to hear your voice. But I can't wait to hear a final word from Sheila New.
Man, it has been a hell of a 6 months from January to now. Here we are, 6 months into 2025, and it has been a roller coaster ride from the time that the election was finalized to the inauguration day until now. And it's been so much that has been going on. I think it's sometimes we get overloaded, right? Who to listen to, who not to listen to, how to feel, how not to feel. All of those things are important and they're valid. 110% they're valid. But just remember that your mental health, and I will continue to say this, no matter what the month is focusing on or who the month is focusing on, take time for yourself. Make sure that you are giving yourself the space that you need to breathe a little deeper, to laugh a little louder, and to get your rest and don't feel guilty about it. Buy that bag, take that trip, eat that whatever it is that you want for yourself. Please drink water, please, and thank you. All of those things are about self care. So, this is that year when you're reclaiming your time. That's part of reclaiming your time for yourself. Take that time off to do all those things that you need to do for you. And even the world is loud and all hell is breaking out around you. Take that time out for yourself. It'll be all right. Do what you need to do for you. Laugh for you. If they don't look, what's that saying? Dance like nobody's watching. Do that. That even then when you stop moving, they still a little rolly. It's okay. But shake that, jump that, clap that, all of those things. Do all the things that make you smile, that bring a smile to your face. Love hard, love deep, hug, be open and receptive to all the things that make you. I need that for you just like you need it for you. But more importantly, when you start doing that, remember a smile is infectious. If you smile at somebody, even if you still walking around here with a mask on, they can see them eyes. They gonna smile back. That makes the world just a little bit better. Share a joke with somebody, share a funny story with somebody. Make sure that they feel you from within. It's okay, and it's gonna be okay. If you think about it, you done been through a lot in your lifetime. So even though it's a lot of crazy shit happening outside, it's okay. Breathe and remind yourself that you got this. That's the most important thing. You got it. And we are just so happy that y'all still riding with us. Y'all keep riding with us. It's been 2 years, 5 seasons. I appreciate it. Thank you for allowing us to come into your ear drums and giving you the best orgasms through laughter that you can possibly get. And hopefully you find some healing in the laughter. I hope you find some love in the laughter too. Because next time when we come around, we're going to talk about relationships again because it's summertime and some of y'all hollering hot girl, hot boy summer, but we need to talk about this wardrobe and get all the way together because I don't want y'all, yeah, I'm going to need y'all to be okay. even with down from your hairstyles to how you pimping out your rides and all the things that you like to do. Just make sure that you're doing it for you and not for nobody else, because it don't matter what they think. It just matters how you feel. So remember all of those things. Remember that America will get better. And until then, we gonna get funnier because y'all keep doing this stupid stuff. We got a whole lot to talk about. So thank you again from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. Shout out to Candace Murphy Sizak, Ronald Dilla Jr. Definitely shout out to Jay Twiz. Thank you, Bukeka and Fave Unite TV for being and sharing the stage with us. And of course, my super producer friend, Wanda Rose. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for pushing this agenda. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to see where it takes us. And y'all keep your ears tuned in, tapped in. Meet us here once a month. Listen to the podcast, share it with your friends, download that app, as Jay Twiz said in the comments. Y'all make sure. And she'll be on stage next week, so shout out to her too. I can't wait to see you perform, baby. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. But until then, we will see y'all when we see you. Peace.
Good night.